Привіт-привіт! My name is Ina and welcome to my YouTube channel Speak Ukrainian. In this video I would like to answer the most popular question from my subscribers. Is it possible to learn Ukrainian well without knowledge of grammar? So, поїхали! Several days ago I have received a question from one of my subscribers who said that he would like to learn Ukrainian but doesn't want to learn Ukrainian grammar, especially cases, because he has a friend who learns Slavic languages, and he recorded a very popular video with 500,000 views that you don't need to learn grammar, and many people said yes, that's true. And actually this guy recorded this video in Russia. And yeah, of course, if you live in Russia or if you live in Ukraine, actually it is easier to practice these languages and to start speaking the languages. But let me give you my perspective about this thought, and I would like to give you some examples actually. So, what is your goal to learn Ukrainian? If you're just a tourist who would like to visit Ukraine, so of course you don't need to learn grammar, you can just learn the basic phonetics to learn the alphabet, and then when you can pronounce the letters very well and you can read the language good, so you can just get any phrase book and you can just learn the basic vocabulary and phrases, and it will be enough for you to come to Ukraine, to speak to the sellers, to waitress in the cafe and just say, "Oh, привіт, мене звати там Джон, я із Америки, я хочу замовити каву без молока", etc. Або to say, "Дякую, приємно з вами познайомитися". That's it. And Ukrainians will be glad to hear that you try to speak Ukrainian. They will be very supportive, of course, but you won't be able to make any live conversation with the Ukrainian, believe me, because Ukrainian doesn't know what is your vocabulary. How much words do you know? He or she can think, oh, you know Ukrainian, and he or she starts speaking with you fluent, and you won't be able to understand, to feel the language, and your vocabulary will be very, very small. So, if you learn vocabulary, if you learn the language without the grammar, you won't reach higher than A1 in the language. For sure, 100%. You will speak like a robot. You will speak just like hi, I, to go, bar, today, etc. It works for English, but it doesn't work for Ukrainian, because Ukrainian is built on the system of cases, and you need to learn them very well if you want to understand how to build the sentences correctly, how to put these endings correctly, because according to these endings you can change the meanings of these words of the phrase. So people won't understand you very well and you will sound very bad. So without grammar you won't be able to reach a very good level. You won't be able to feel the language very well. You won't be able to read Ukrainian news, to read Ukrainian books. You won't be able to watch Ukrainian TV shows, etc. It is impossible. Oh my god, no, it is impossible. You need grammar 100%. There is also one variant. If you are going to live in Ukraine for some period of time, or if you live actually in Ukraine and you're a foreigner, yes, you can learn only vocabulary. You can hear Ukrainian in the streets, you can see Ukrainian signs, and it can help you to feel more confident in the language. And also, if you don't hesitate to use your poor vocabulary and phrases from the phrase book, of course you can start speaking well, you can master your pronunciation, but you won't be able to speak very well. It's the same story with the immigrants. I know in every country you can meet immigrants who just move to another country, and they don't have time to learn the language, and they don't have the goal to learn the language, because, for example, they work very hard at some works, like at the factories, or they work in the fields, for example. So they don't need to be able to communicate with the native speakers, and they live in their for example, they live in the districts of their with their citizens of their countries. For example, if Ukrainian move to, for example, America, he or she can live in Ukrainian community, in Ukrainian district, so he or she won't be able to practice the language very well. So they can speak English, but they don't speak it very well, because they don't need it. Actually, they don't have this goal, and they can reach up to A2 level. That's maximum, because they don't expand their vocabulary. They can't learn some more grammar and syntax, so it is impossible. So I can talk about this topic a lot, but let's make some conclusions. So first of all, if your goal is not to learn Ukrainian very well, if your goal is not to become fluent in Ukrainian language, and if you just want to know the basic words, vocabulary, to understand what is going on in Ukraine when you come there, if you want to just make some orders, to be able to communicate with the, for example, guides in Ukrainian, to meet some people in the bar, so it's okay. You don't need any grammar. You can just learn the basic thing. You can just take the basic course in Ukrainian language, and that will be enough for you, but you won't reach higher than A1 level. The second situation, if you live in Ukraine, or if you would like to stay here for a while, of course you don't need to learn grammar. You can just learn the basic, again, vocabulary, and you have to start speaking with the Ukrainians to use this vocabulary, to read different signs, to read signs on the streets, signs in the menu, etc., and expand your vocabulary, and you will be able to reach up to A2 level. That's it. You won't be able to become fluent, never, without grammar. That's true. You don't believe me? So, okay, that's your choice. Try to learn it fluently, and then please write me if you were able to do that, or let's have a talk in Ukrainian. I would like to check it out, and please tell me how we're able to do that, but I don't believe it is possible. Yes, and with the grammar, with the syntax, you can reach very good levels. You can start speaking in Ukrainian language. So, I have recently launched my online Ukrainian language school, Speak Ukrainian, and I have a team of professional teachers who work together with me. And my teachers, they give one-on-one Skype lessons. And if you want to learn Ukrainian very well, and if you want to become fluent in Ukrainian language, so you can take the lessons with them. And I also I will be ready to give you my support also in learning Ukrainian language, and very soon I will launch the courses. So with the teacher, you want to learn only boring grammar. When you have a native speaker, a professional teacher, you will start with the phonetics, you will start with the alphabet, then we start practicing grammar, we start practicing speaking, listening, and reading. So every lesson is built on the system 10-15 minutes. You practice speaking, then you practice some grammar exercises, then you practice reading and listening some audio recorders or video lessons, and then you can practice and improve your language very fast with the teacher who is your guide toward your goal, becoming fluent in Ukrainian language. This how it works very good, how I teach my students, how my team of professional teachers plans the lessons, and how they help so many people to become fluent in Ukrainian. So that's it. Please check out my site speakua.com. You will find all information there. I will leave the link in the description to this video. And also subscribe to my Instagram, Speak Ukrainian Language, because there every day I post very useful 1-minute video lessons and stories that will help you to become more fluent in Ukrainian language. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I'm going to record more and more useful content for you. So that's it. I hope I was able to answer this question. If you still have any questions about this topic, please write in the comments below. I will answer you. And побачимось скоро. See you soon. Па-па!